Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Amnesia Machine for Pigs. Last time we had just been chased by a creature of some sort. I'm guessing it's a pig man. We don't know anything about them, but we've seen a couple. There was one in the mansion that we saw that was in a locked room that escaped. There was one in a cage over here on this conveyor belt that we saw, and there's one that chased us. So far we've seen three of them, and every single time they've basically made me want to die. But a quick recap, we are Oswald Mandus, who is the owner of this meat packaging plant, I assume, and our kids, Edwin and Enoch, are trapped. They're trapped by some flooding that we're trying to fix, some flooding that I believe has been caused by some saboteur. There's a man on the phone who's been helping us, but I'm not sure if we can trust him. But to that end, let's go into the graveyard. I'm sure that will be a great idea. Really, we needed to move it 10 inches. Okay, well, it is what it is. So
This way, Papa. Come and see. Will it hatch? Can we take it home?
Yes, my darlings. Of course we can take it home.
okay, now we've got a graveyard with some more. It looks like a pig, and then it looks like a pig man. It sort of looks like the thing that's been following us. I'm certainly happy that this one is dead. I wish all the ones we came across were dead. Are you going in here? No? Oh boy, into the church. Daughters and enter her porcelain thighs. Okay. We sat here, I remember. We sat in our black and we mourned and we prayed and we bowed our heads. How I hated God then, how I spurned him. If this is our Lord, this pig who robs me of my wife, then I refute his embrace. I will carve a new God for us all. Such madness, such a fool I was. If such blasphemous ravings had remained within me, I would be doomed. But even here I feel the machine throb beneath the flags, and I know my path awaits me. So it seems like this machine is everywhere. We're not on the factory grounds anymore. Now we're inside of a church, and still we feel its influence. So definitely interesting. Twin candles bent to the will of the central saint, casting their light to the corners of the chapel. Father Jeremiah, I thought, could be trusted with the secret, but he is like all of the others. So the old priest has gone to the holding pens with his flock. He says he will enter into our world with them. A shepherd indeed. Gone to the holding pens. It's interesting that we are in England, I think, because we've made mention of the Thames River, but yet the Bibles are all in Spanish. Another pig mask. I wonder if these mean anything, these pig masks. We've seen them a couple times. Oh, I bet this just loops around. And it does. Awesome.
Your faith shackles your vision, Professor. It is an iron coffin that keeps you from grasping the future. We require a new deity, one of steam and the wheel, of magnetism and progress. The old god is nothing more than a lamed hog, spitting back offal at mankind.
A lot of anti-religious sentiments from our friend Mandus here. Not the first time he's made a comment about how we need to move forward in our advancement with... Oh. Okay. Is there somebody playing that? Another teddy bear. Oh look, the heads are all pigs. Like everything is pigs. Look, it's pig men ripping the hearts out of other pigs. And then the machine on both sides. So certainly they worship the pigs, maybe. And then they worship the machine that makes the pig people. More dead pigs still have their eyes scratched out. This is locked. Okay, clearly we've missed something. Maybe there's something in the pews. The atmosphere has certainly been set, and that reminds me, if you guys don't have your headphones on with your volume all the way up, sitting in the dark like me, then you're not doing it right. You know, you gotta get into it. We're back out here. Maybe there's something in this room. Somebody's screaming. Doesn't bode well for us. They flock to us now, where once I had to walk amongst them to bring salvation into their lives. Now, drawn by warmth in winter, by the food that Mandus distributes, my church is full and my charges are saved. He walks amongst them, and they almost worship him. He will not allow them to work in his factories, claiming that his workers are specially trained for the new machinery he uses, and that it would be irresponsible, nay, unethical, to risk such precious lives as sees here. A changed man since Mexico, and we've heard Mexico mentioned a few times in a few journals. It is to be praised that in the face of such appalling tragedy, and from the confines of his sickbed, as he is often chained to, he conducts one of the greatest and most benevolent charities in all of London. Not content with the rise to become the dominant food produce business in the land, he distributes his goodwill, his fares to the poor, and they congregate about his kingdom in gratitude. So clearly something happened in Mexico. This has not been the first time that this has been brought up. I know we visited a temple and we were looking for some stones. Oh, I can grab this. What is this? Is this a candle? Okay. I don't know why I would want that. Wait, didn't we... No. We read something about... Here we go. Twin candles bent to the will of the central saint, casting their light to the corners of the chapel. Okay, we read something about twin candles, and then we found one. So maybe we're looking for another one. But where... The central saint? Maybe up here at the altar? That's the only saint that we've seen, right? The pig man taking the heart out of the pig. Yeah, here we go. Oh, okay, there's one candle. Now we've got two. Now, oh, okay. Oh, okay. And then something happened. Did this door unlock? No? Oh, this turned on. The engine fires, the flames are stoked, I hear steam in the walls, vibrations upon the very air. My heart falters at the prospect of throwing the lever and exposing the workings of this dark contraption, but my children beckon me on, and I cannot fail them. They certainly are beckoning us. We've seen them a few times, or at least we think we've seen them. I mean, they're trapped, so maybe we're just sort of hallucinating them. Oh, okay, of course. I'm just gonna go stand over here, somewhere far away. Oh, okay. Well, I wanted to run, but I ended up not running very well. It appears I have no choice, thus I descend, and may God have mercy upon my soul. If this is my bedlam, and I am to be cast as Matthews, then I will wear that mantle for the sake of my boys, and face whatever horrors lie beneath the altar. Mantis is a very good father. He will descend into literal madness to save his children. And I really can't say that I would do the same. But on we go. Okay, we can't even continue if we'd want to, so that's comforting. Maybe I overreacted a little bit. Silence. Do not startle or upset the acquisitions. Oh, great. So I have to be really quiet.
Listen, Papa. Hold the egg to your
Shh,
ear.
be quiet.
You can hear the sea.
They keep mentioning this egg, and we had read in a journal that our architect... Why is this flickering? Do I need to... Why? Oh, please don't tell me I'm gonna run out of, like, fuel or battery or whatever. We haven't needed to pick up anything like that yet, but... I swear if my lantern decides to stop working down here with the cages and the scary sounds, I will just implode. What exhumation is this? What rotten fruit? What bestitching of parts? I doubt I will ever be found, yet I leave you this, scrawled in the malodorous half-light, whilst my tormentor shuffles below. My fellow prisoners keen and squeal in the gloam, and where I wait for the knocking upon my cage that signifies it is finally my turn to make that dark journey into the interior. So at some point we moved on from pig men, or from just regular pigs? Who's screaming? Who is that? Are you in this cage? No? Somebody started screaming. But eventually we moved from just pigs to pig men, so obviously we've been keeping people down here, and maybe the church was just a cover for that. There's a bucket. They will perish. Who's gonna perish? I can't seem to do anything. I can't help him, so... Oh no, oh, turn off the lantern and hide. Okay, guys, we gotta be really quiet. Listen. My lantern's flicking again. Or my lantern is flicking again. That's... So maybe it is flickering when those guys are around? It's alerting us to danger? That would be kind of silly though, right? If that was the case. So now we've got something down here with us. I'm not excited about it. guys hear that? Something's walking around. Holy gosh. Oh, please don't come back here. Please don't come back here. Please don't see us. Holy goodness. Okay, nope. Is it gone? Okay, I think we're okay. Let's turn it on just for a brief second so that we can see. But that was another pig man. I don't know if it's the same pig man. Oh, thank God. We're going to a new area. Okay. But I don't know if it's the same pig man that we've seen or if there's multiple pig men. I assume there's probably more than one. That rope is dancing. What, now we're back outside? Didn't we, like, go underground? Interesting. This is locked. More dead pigs. Another pig mask. The atmosphere changes so quickly. It goes from just absolute hell chaos with sort of the holding pen cages that were down there to now it's just kind of a relaxed outside. It's very strange.
Water in his shoes. Always the water and the sparks of the embers of the wheels. It's too bony. It's too damn bony.
My soul shudders at what I have seen, but at last I have reached the main part of the factory. Now onwards, downwards, to find these flood waters and drain them away. Like Moses, I will cleave the waters and lift my little darlings clear of its vile cradle. I have a sneaking suspicion that we are never going to see our children again. We will not make it. At least I won't. I will not survive. Okay. Is there anything over here? Does not appear to be the case. Let's just close that.
These men, Professor, these so-called men of vision, they would shackle the masses to a wheel and turn it till their backs break. All for that opiate, the lure of profit. These fools who lackey them, these priests, these officials, this government, they make pigs of us all.
But what solution, my dear man? How to break a cycle? You cannot simply remove the promise of a better world for these unfortunates. In the workhouses, in the orphanages, the belief in heaven is surely the only succor one can find.
We do not need to wait. We can bring forth paradise now. We can speed the passion. With only a small sacrifice, we can hold the apocalypse. With just a small sacrifice, we can free our shackles and deliver them to paradise now.
Okay, more anti-religion from Mandus here, although it seems it's more than just anti-religious. He is sort of anti-establishment. He feels that, oh, our lantern's flickering again. Now it's got me nervous that it is showing that the pigmen are near. What is that? Green stuff. No! I thought we were done with the violent shakes, but clearly not. Why won't my lantern quit with the flickering? My lantern is my only hope. You know, I didn't see any pig people, so maybe that flickering has... Now that's flickering. What's up here? Maybe the flickering has nothing to do with the pig people. Each compartment is ergonomically designed with a feed trough at one end, so the product naturally settles into a position ready for the stunning arms to connect to the skull. We use the natural static charge built up by the friction of the carts against the belt to build an electrical charge which is contained within glass vacuum canisters at the sides of the stunning arm mechanisms and delivered along the stun arms via copper cabling. We have observed that the artificial lightning contained within these canisters seems to calm the product further. Post-stunning, the line tilts sharply to the vertical, the physics of which tips the stunned product upwards to fall directly onto the hook of the bleeding line. This hook passes normally through the haunch or thigh of the product, and from this point, we dispense with the belt and instead instigate a channeled floor, which creates a funnel allowing blood and byproduct excretions to collect and run to the fluid collection tanks. So I'm curious if at this point are pigs even still the product? Oh, here we go with this guy again.
Hear me, Mantis. I am compromised. Our contacts must be brief and occasional. Beware the wretches who populate this compound. The way you seek is under the pistons. When you meet the saboteur, you will understand everything.
When we meet the saboteur, we will understand everything. You know, I think maybe he's the saboteur. I mean, he's not necessarily... This is locked. He's not necessarily leading us astray so far, it seems, but he's certainly always been in the place where something has happened, and right after it happens, it calls us and says, Mantis, we have to save your children, but we don't know what happened to our children for them to be trapped in the first place, so there's a good chance that he kidnapped them, and now he's luring us away, or he's manipulating us to whatever goal he has. Okay, we've got some... Oh, great. Trapped again. We've got a furnace. Okay. Turn that on. Hopefully that was not a poor decision. Stop. Are your furnaces fueled? Yes. We put the... What? Well, you put the coal in that, right? 135. Oh, okay. There must be more on these sides. Okay. Okay, this one is fueled. This one is not. Is that enough? Okay. So 1, 3, and 5 are fixed. We just need... Which one does this one? 6. And 6 is out here. Okay. Alright, I can't just chuck these in here. You have to get right up in there. I don't think 1 is going to be enough. Is there... Maybe there's some extra over here by 5. Yes, perfect. I'm ignoring all of the scary sounds. And if I ignore them, they'll ignore me too. The fires are stoked. Assuming the same architect is responsible here as with the chemical plant, I surmise that a centralized control system regulates and operates the pistons. It should be a simple matter of finding it and hope the saboteur relented after simply extinguishing the fires. Right, and all of the saboteur things that have happened have more or less just been merely inconvenient. I mean, if he really wanted this place to never operate again, he'd like blow something up, right? So maybe the sabotage is more like a distraction from something else, just so that we have something to fix to distract us from the larger goal. I don't know, but I'm sure we'll find out. I think we need to head this way. Ho! Alright, there's another pigman in here with us, just great. And now it's really loud, so I won't be able to hear his footsteps. And our lantern did flicker again. So now I don't know. I don't know what the flickering lantern is for. But I'll tell you what, I'm not going down there right now. I think I've had enough of the nonsense. So we're going to call it an episode today, guys. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, go ahead and hit the like button and let me know that you liked it. If you have any ideas of content you'd like to see in the future, any games you'd like to see played, just leave a comment below and we can grow the channel together. Alright, until next time, guys. Thanks for watching.